Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your AEW Collision Event Center Wrestling Report. Now, here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 1572 of the show. We just got done watching AEW Collision / Battle of the Belts 11. We'll be talking about that. It's a 3-hour special. And next week, it will be 5 o'clock. Oh, that means I may have to leave the Portuguese feast earlier than expected, or I'll probably see it. I'll probably see it on online or something like that. But 'cause I usually don't want to leave the feast until like 6:30. But might I digress? Might I digress? I'll figure something out. It gets crazier and crazier and crazier by the day. So anywho, I tell you what, summer's always been the craziest season of the year, man. Every year, summer's been so many crazy things happen in the summer and everything else, and the summer's kind of quite, it's nuts. Anyways, so let's talk about what happened tonight. Oh, by the way, Red Sox lost to the Yankees 11-8. Whoop-de-doo. I think Red Sox always found a way to bounce back. We've already dominated this series against the Yankees, and some idiots, the Yankee historian, like, oh, we won 5 championships. Red Sox won 4. Dude. Seriously? Seriously, get the whoop-de-doo, 27 rings, all you Yankee fans, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. All I can say is 2004, the Red Sox embarrassed the Yankees in 2004. So guess what? 21st century, Red Sox 4, Yankees 1. Come on. Seriously? Red Sox only we're talking 21st century now. Forget those 27 rings. 26 of them are in the 20th century. Give it a break. Give me a break, Yankee fans. Red Sox will bounce back. They always do. The new dork dingleberries. That's what I'm going to call the New York Yankees from now on. The new dork dingleberries. Anyways, let's talk about wrestling before I get off topic. Orange Cassidy went one-on-one with Johnny TV, formerly known as Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, Johnny, many different names. Could have been Johnny Valkyrie, because he's married to Taya Valkyrie. And heck of a matchup between these two. Cassidy won the matchup, but then TV and Taya Valkyrie attacked Cassidy after the matchup, which sends the CMLL Women's World Champ, Will Nightingale, to chase them off. Meanwhile, the Bang Bang Gang addresses the patriarchy, and Juice Robinson is ticked off at Mother Wayne, a.k.a. Shayna Wayne, spraying some stuff into his eyes. Here's an idea, Juice. Get your wife, Timeless Tony Storm, to get involved. But then again, Timeless Tony Storm's got bigger fish to fry. And I'll explain that down the later on in the episode here. Meanwhile, a 3-way Bang Bang Gang vows to become once again the AEW Trios champs. We shall see. 3-way tag team matchup: Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli, Willie Yuta, and it looks like Brian Cage and Lee Moriarty, the new Pure champion, teaming up. And Top Flight went at it in a 3-way tag. And ladies and gentlemen, the Blackpool Combat Club won this fight. Not surprised there, man. Not surprised there. Meanwhile, Lexi Nair interviewed the conglomeration. as they get ready for their trios match against the Premier Athletes. Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Champ still. Kyle O'Reilly and Tomohiro Ishii will be in that matchup. And as Orange Cassidy and Will Nightingale came back, and I think Will Nightingale's joined up the conglomeration. That'll be a heck of a deal. And Mark Briscoe said we're gonna get wild tonight, and then all of a sudden I introduced the newest member of the conglomeration. He asked Kyle O'Reilly to hold a belt like a baby, and Kyle O'Reilly's doing this like when people do with a baby and hold it like this. It's funny. Mark Briscoe grabs his son, little Jay Briscoe, and named him after his brother, which is really cool. And it's funny too. It's like hold the baby. The baby's like, "What's my daddy doing?" It's hilarious. And the poor kid. I was like, "Hey, I think Mark Briscoe. I love Mark Briscoe. I want one day if AEW and WWE decide to do a collaboration. I want to see Mark Briscoe and R-Truth interact. I want to see. It will be the funniest thing. It's like a modern day version of the Bushwhackers. You know, it will be downright hilarious, man. I usually see Mark Briscoe. I love Mark Briscoe. Guy cracks me up. He grabs a baby, cuts a promo, cuts a promo while holding a baby in his hand. Great. It was beautiful. Kind of wholesome too, if you think about it. But that was great. It's like, I think when Mark Briscoe, Mark Briscoe. God, I love Mark Briscoe. I love Mark Briscoe. He's hilarious. He's funny. I don't like him that way, but he is priceless on the mic. He's priceless. Like I said, him and R-Truth. If AEW and WWE ever decide to do a collaboration, I want to see Mark Briscoe and R-Truth interact promo-wise. Like, it'll be the most hilarious. We're probably going to pee our pants laughing. That's how funny it's going to be. So, anyways, so Hologram went up against the Beast Mortos, and Hologram ended up winning that matchup, which I think was great. Meanwhile, Thunder Rosa took on Maya World, and that's her name, Maya World. No, not My World, but, Maya. Like Maya, the yellow Power Ranger, Lost Galaxy. Maya World. Thunder Rosa beat her in the matchup. Lance Archer does what Lance Archer does as the Murder Hawk Monster. He beats up everybody. He says everybody dies. Beats up everybody in the locker room. Everybody's laid out and all conked out and all that good stuff. And then the trios matchup. The conglomeration went up against the Premier Athletes, and freaking Arcady Aura was doing a great job ring announcer, and then Smart Mark Sterling. That guy, okay, there's two people that deserves an atomic wedgie. That would be Smart Mark Sterling and Stokely Hathaway. Smart Mark Sterling plays his own kind of lawyer. He's the type of guy that, you want to kick him in the stomach and give him an atomic wedgie. And you got Stokely Hathaway, who looks like if Steve Harvey's and Kevin Hart's DNA got mixed up in some kind of freak science lab, you get Stokely Hathaway. Although Stokely Hathaway loves to be old school and talking about 90s stuff, I wonder if I can exchange a mama jokes with him. Oh, I got a good one. I didn't say this on the Chillin' with Jordy and didn't get a chance to do it, but I'm gonna diss Stokely Hathaway. Watch this. Here we go. I'm gonna diss Stokely Hathaway. Stokely Hathaway's mama is so ugly, and his father's so ugly. They tried out as contestants on The Price is Right, but they were kicked out of the studio because they weren't spayed or neutered. Anyways, the conglomeration did win the matchup, and Renee Paquette interviewed Chris Jericho about what happened after he won. He retained his title against Minoru Suzuki to murder Grandpa. He's ticked off at Suzuki. He's crying like a baby because his fingers were broke. He's then we'll do the high guys thing. Jericho, what a baby. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Chris Jericho's mama was so ugly when she went on as a contestant on The Price is Right and played cliffhangers. The mountain climber already fell off the cliff after seeing her, and the game was over before it even started. And anyways, continuing on, Lance Archer, one of the wrestlers came running out to the ring, looking back, and Lance Archer was following him. The wrestler name, I can't make out who the guy is, but I saw in his tight CKM, so I'm going to call him that for now. But Lance Archer, Lance Archer versus CKM. Archer wins the matchup. No surprise there. And the main event, not the main event, the semi-main event, FTR took on the MXM Collection, and that would be the team of, FTR, Dash Wilder, Dax, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, went up against Mace Madden and Mansoor. And heck of a matchup, and MXM Collection really held their own. FTR won the matchup, but then showed them respect by doing the finger touch. It was the ET finger touch. I thought it was really cool. So the Acclaim addresses their victory at Blood and Guts, and they were serious. They were serious about getting those tag team titles back. They said, we're not wasting any time. We're going to get our titles back. Then the main event, Pac versus Lio Rush. This matchup could have gone either way. Either way. Athletic moves, power moves, but in the end, Pac has won the matchup. And let's go to the Battle of the Belts 11 Women's Title Eliminator matchup. AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm, one of the most beautiful ladies to come out of Australia. I'm telling you, I think she's the most beautiful woman in Australia, besides her and Harley Cameron. You know what? If I have two things there, two of my favorite things of Australia, Timeless Toni Storm and Harley Cameron. That's it. Yeah, you're all gonna get annoyed by that. Well, guess what? It's my channel. Suck it. Okay? That's how I feel. Anyways, Timeless Toni Storm against Taya Valkyrie. Toni Storm won the matchup, and then she dresses Mariah May after the matchup. This rivalry between her and May is just getting started, and boy, oh boy, we're going to have some fun with that one. Meanwhile, Lexi Nair interviewed Kip Sabian. He says he wants to do his family proud, and he had a rough few months after his father passed away. It seems like Nick Wayne is annoying him a little bit, and I think he wants to knock some sense into Nick Wayne. Meanwhile, the CMLL Women's Title Eliminator matchup, Will Nightingale against Deonna Purrazzo the Virtuosa. Heck of a match between these two ladies until Taya Valkyrie tried to get involved during the matchup by handing her one of those ring wrenches, and you put the rings together and all that. But Thunder Rosa becomes to even things up, distracting Deonna Purrazzo as both ladies fought. But Will Nightingale picked up the victory and will be focusing on Chris Statlander this coming Wednesday. And now the main event. Now the main event, the six-man World Tag Title, World Six-Man Tag Team Championship on the line, as the Undisputed Kingdom trying to give Roderick Strong a Grand Slam title against Dustin. That will be Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, and Roderick Strong going up against Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs. Ross and Marshall Von Erich, accompanied by Kevin Von Erich, their father. And Ring of Honor, now, this has been announced that Paul White, former Big Show, has been named to the Ring of Honor Board of Directors by Tony Khan. That's a huge deal. And I think Big Show is doing a great job of it so far, and decided, about this, and joined on commentary to make sure that everything goes right. And during the match of the boys, trying to do whatever it takes. They use the cowbell, the Undisputed Kingdom boys, try to do whatever it takes to use the cowbell and all that. But then Katsuyori Shibata was had enough of their shenanigans, no pun intended over here, and helped out Kevin Von Erich as they took out Roderick Strong and Matt Taven with the Iron Claw, and referee was like in a little place, and then the Von Erichs and Dusty Rhodes took advantage of it as they left Mike Bennett in the ring, and Dustin Rhodes hit the final cut on his former finishing maneuver when he was Goldust in the WWE. Made the 3 count. We have new Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions. And members of the Ring of Honor and AEW locker rooms come to celebrate, like Christopher Daniels, Mark Briscoe, the Infantry, all those guys. And even Paul White himself came down to congratulate him. So that is a huge deal. And I'm very happy for the Von Erichs. I'm very happy for Dustin Rhodes. Ring of Honor 6-Man Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to the Made in Texas boys. That's why I call them they're Made in Texas. That's what I call them. The Von Erichs, Ross and Marshall, and Dustin Rhodes. I'm sure your dad, now both brothers have a championship, and I'm sure Dusty's up in heaven sitting down with all the other legends just beaming, probably cutting the promo. This is my boys, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of Dustin. I'm proud of Cody Rhodes, if you will. Let me tell you something, baby. Dustin Rhodes got the gold's back in the Rhodes family, baby. And with Von Erichs, Kerry, Von Erich, Texas Tornado, you see that. What do you think? And I'm sure Dusty Rhodes and the Von Erich and the rest of the Von Erich boys up in heaven, possibly smiling and going, that's a blood right down there. Yes, sir. Could be the Texas bloodline. Who do we know is the tribal chief of the Texas bloodline? Dustin Rhodes. Anyways, all kidding aside, though, congratulations to Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs. So, that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1572 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And hopefully this week we'll get some answers. Hopefully we find out this week whether or not we get a release date for the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Yes, I'm going to keep complaining about it until we get a release date. Even though I've already pre-ordered for it, but whatever. So, that's it. So, we're talking about the final. This upcoming week, we're going to have Raw emanating from Sci-Fi, the final Raw before SummerSlam, and then you got the final Martindale Monday before of July 2024. Tuesday, we're going to have NXT on Sci-Fi, the Great American Bash, and also the final Trebek Tuesday for July 2024. Then we have AEW Dynamite on Wednesday, and the final Wild Wednesday of 2024 when I play some Joker's Wild. And then August kicks it off. So, that's it. That's all the time we have on the show. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.